Right? So be on your best behavior. I'll be on your best behavior, right?
So a Barbie girl and a Barbie world.
No.
Look, I'm playing drop off.
Hey, that's what Among Us.
I'm playing drop off. Look, I'm playing drop off. I don't see you, man.
Because I'm on level 132.
I go there. Oh my gosh, I'm really sweet. Jesus, my son.
Yeah.
Ow, I did.
No, that's why you can't play.
Alright guys, so we're gonna do some quick math. Alright? Alright, so everybody take off the games now. Take off the games. Close them completely. There should be no computer where the game is minimized. Close off the game. I'm gonna be walking around, especially on your phone. Alright? Close off the game, guys.
You too.
Yes.
Yes, you.
Alright, oh, so that's what is happening.
Close off the game.
Alright guys, take off the entire game, right?
No, I want you to. I want the.
Alright, so could anybody recall the color wheel from the first class? I'm gonna go over it, don't worry. Right? Anybody recall the color wheel? Anybody recall writing HTML? Huh? Writing a name in ASCII? Is the game off? Very good. Right, you all remember writing your first program in Pascal? You did that already?
Yes.
Right, so you all were able to write your first program, then we make some modifications to it where you guys could have prompt the user to enter certain information, right? You all wrote the necessary variables in order to save the information when the user entered it. And then we were able to format it appropriately and tell the user, hey, this is the information that you just entered, right? We also had what is called an if-else construct, right? So that we didn't have to put M, right, in the place where the user entered the sex as male, all right? We had an if-else construct to determine if it's a M or it's a F, and in so doing, print male or female appropriately, right? It sounds very technical, but when we did it, I trust everybody here, right, did it very well, including this fella in front. He was way ahead of the class, all right? I know you're assisting her, you know, why you're kind of slowing down, right? You were not here yesterday, and the guy behind you was not here yesterday either, right? So to ensure that you guys not lost, right, we're gonna be taking a look at writing your first program in Pascal again, right? Writing your first program in Pascal again, right? So that you guys are not lost and you guys can follow with what we are doing in class, right? So this is what we had on the screen, right? This is basically, yeah.
There's already code.
Yeah,
She already coded. You won't get that.
Thanks.
Yeah, so you're gonna be able to code some stuff for yourself, right? Just I just organizing the screen there so that you guys can see the words. Everybody can read the words, right? It's important that everybody can read the words, right? You all can read the words? Come on, check this. Let's space the past there, right?
So are you okay? Before you stop. You okay, boy? Where you playing?
Please stop.
Please stop. Brush my hair.
I don't listen to Scooby Doo every.
Dum.
No, sorry guys.
She doesn't even know how to sing it properly.
On you. No.
That's what I said. That's not how I did. Sit down, down. Yes, 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 yes. It does.
Got it.
It's a nasty toilet.
All right, so everybody should be able to see my screen, right? So that's simple program that we did, right? Can you imagine? You just have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Yeah?
No,
And you can call it a program.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because that's essentially programming.
What you doing?
Sir, I did this.
Christ, Lord.
You did this? Oh, wow. That's good. It's Python. We're going to actually be doing Python as well, right? So, what we didn't do yesterday was to do some math.
Anything.
All right? So, we're going to show you guys the power
Stop touching.
of Pascal, right? Because we go in a little bit in depth in Pascal. We're going to be exploring different algorithms in Pascal, right? But when we get to the other programming languages, we're just going to be doing simple things, right?
We doing some math.
So, you guys know the procedure, right? Hit the start button, go ahead and open up Dev Pascal. Everybody should be able to do that.
I have
Everybody should be able to open up Dev Pascal. Everybody should open Dev Pascal. Look, it's open on my screen here, guys. You all see it? Now, I recall that you all couldn't exactly see the you all can't read the letters properly there, right? So I kind of had to write in this notepad and then kind of transfer it across to the Dev Pascal. So we're gonna have both screens in tandem here. That's what we're gonna be doing, right? Like that. We're gonna have the two things in tandem. Which one is it? Where's the Dev Pascal? Yeah, I should just click escape. Right, just like that. Alright, so we have both screens in tandem. So what I'm writing here is what I'll be transferring across to here, right? So guys, look at this, right? Everything that you had before, all this that we wrote before, right? I want you to remove it from there. Okay? Remove it from there, and I want you to paste it in a notepad like this. Alright? Paste it in a notepad just like this. Okay? And I want you to go to copy it. You press Control, guys, to copy it. You press Control A, and you're gonna see everything highlighted like that. Control A. Everybody seeing that? Hello?
Sir.
Hello. You're supposed to be paying attention to what
Yes,
I'm
I
doing.
Sir.
Right? You're supposed to be in your Pascal here.
Sir.
Yeah. So press Control CTRL
Yeah.
button on the keyboard. This one here.
I press control.
You understand? You hold this button here, and then press A. Look. A. So what happens? The whole thing is highlighted, right? Then you press Control X. You're gonna open a notepad and we're gonna paste it in a notepad, right? So when you all come across to the notepad now,
Press control X.
right? Press Control X and everything is gonna go from on this side. You press Control X, right? Control A, Control X. Everything goes from this side, right? Then you're coming across on this side and you're pressing Control V. Control V to paste everything there. Everybody follow that procedure? You pasted the notepad already? No, you don't have notepad open. You gotta get the notepad. Right, notepad. Right, so press Control V now.
Sir.
Control and then V.
Sir, I pasted.
Voila! Look at that! Like magic, right?
Ooh.
Very good. Right, so everybody should have done this by now, right?
Yes.
And I want you to go to File,
Not Lego.
and then you go to Save As. Okay? And this was your first program. Ensure to save it on the desktop. So you want to navigate on the left-hand side here, and you want to save it on the desktop, right? Change this option to all files so that you could input the extension, right? So we save it as first program. Just like that. First program, and the extension is .pas. Extension .pas. All right? So every time you click on it, Pascal will open it back. Okay? Be sure, yeah. First program .pas. All right, and you click enter to save that. Right? Everybody should go ahead now and go to new. When you're on new, this is the new program that we're going to be doing today. All right? So this new program, we're going to be doing some arithmetic. Right? To leverage the power of the processor, we have to use it to do some number crunching. We have to do math. Right? So some of the operations you all know in math is what? Addition, subtraction, multiplication. How about division? Right? So addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. You all know those operations, right? How about this one? Less than, greater than. You know less than and greater than operation? You all know logic operations?
Addition.
Whether something is true or false.
Yes, sir. True or false?
True or false?
Second year. I learned that. Nice.
Very good. So we're going to be leveraging the power of the processor when we write our programs so that it could do some extended math for us. We don't need to do no calculator. We're going to write the code that all the math could be done for us. You all ready? So the first thing we want to do is to name the program. So to name the program, remember we need the construct program, then space. Right? The construct program and then space. Guys? Right? The construct program and then space. Right? So everybody should be seeing that. I'm zooming into it. And we're going to call it calculator. And then we put a semicolon. Follow it, right? So the program construct allows us to give the program a name, right? So the name of this program is calculator. So when we execute this program, in the top left-hand corner, we're going to be seeing the name of the program. It's going to be calculator.executable, right? .exe. So this is the first step, right? When you're coding in Pascal, right? Give the program a title. So everybody should be there. The next step now, guys, we're going to have these sections. The first section is var, which represents the variables. And then we're going to have the body of the code. The body of the code is begin and end. All right, so recall, guys, every beginning must have an end. Don't forget, and this end must have a full stop. So this is the basic layout of your program. This is the basic layout of your program. In that we have the title, the variables, and we have the beginning and the end. That's it. That's the basic layout of your program. You see how easy this gets? Huh?
Sir, what language is this?
This is Pascal. Right? That's why we're using Dev Pascal. So Dev is short for Development Pascal. It's essentially the program we need to implement any solution in Pascal. So all those broad terms we're going to be covering. Huh?
Is this for making websites?
Yeah, no, this is from problem solving. Right? This is from problem solving. You're gonna get to making websites.
No, is this language used for websites?
The language of websites is HTML. We touched on that already, but we already get to making websites and content things. Right, so next week you're gonna be learning how to make websites from scratch, how to do bootstrapping, how to get your domain name, right? How to connect with your server, right? Yeah. How to utilize that domain name so that when people go to your website, right, instead of going to IP address, right, they're able to use that uniform resource locator, right? So yeah.
She doesn't want to type.
Yeah. Don't worry about that too much. All right, so this is the basic structure of your program. You type it, baby girl?
No.
Why not?
She
does know how to type.
She
She does play Roblox.
She just play Roblox.
So you know how to type. What's happening? You want to type? She wants me to do everything. Come on.
I'm not your
Program space, then type C now. C A L. There's a key. L C T L C. Right? And yours we're gonna keep it short and spicy like that. You press the semicolon now, and you're ready to go on to the next line by hitting the enter. Right? So type var, then beginning, then end with a full stop. So check it out, guys. Inside here is the body of the program. So what we want to do, we want to create 3 spaces inside here, right? So that we could begin to insert in the center between the beginning and the end, right? All the statements, right, that are going to empower us to be able to solve a problem. So the problem today is we want to write a program that could accept 3 numbers from the user. Determine the sum of the numbers, the product of the numbers, all right? Determine the average of the numbers. That's going to be really, really easy to do. All right? And you're going to see, right, the power of programming. Ready? So you remember the first thing, if we're going to tell the user to insert a number, this is called a prompt. So in order to put up the information on the screen for the user to know, hey, you need to enter a number, we use the right line construct. You all remember that? So we do like this. Right line, open a bracket, close the bracket one time. Then put a semicolon. So this is the right line construct. I missed the I.
Yes, sir.
So the I is supposed to be, yeah.
She's doing it wrong.
Right line construct. That's the right line construct. Come on. Let's begin. Why is this thing? Why is that so tight?
Yeah, I am.
I know that like this.
Yeah, I
As you right, you're gonna be full. Right, so everybody should be right here. This is the right line construct where we get to put up text on the screen to give the user a prompt to perform a specific task. Right, so you all ready? The next step is to put the quotation marks inside here. That's the next step. And then the message, which is the instruction that we're issuing as a prompt to the user to inform them to enter 3 numbers, right?
So
We're going to put that information there, right? So we're going to say, please enter, right, the first, right, number. That's it. Please enter the first number, right?
1.
Yeah. So it kind of, my thing is a little big, so yeah. So that's it. I have to zoom into it so that you guys can see it, right? So after the user enter the first number, guess what? We're gonna need to save that first number. So we're gonna have to read the line that the user is gonna enter. Right? You all remember the right line and the read line because we use that, right, in the first program that we had, right? So we had to do the read line, okay? And this we're gonna call it number 1 or num1. Num1, right, is essentially a space in memory not yet allocated. All right, that's gonna save the first number when the user enters. Okay, so num1, we're gonna have to, right, create a variable. We're gonna have to copy this and put it in the variable section. You all seeing that? Right, because we need it to be a variable so that we could save the user information inside of there. Right, so just copy it, or we just go on top here and write num1. Yeah. Now num1 has to be like that. Num1 has to be an integer. Yeah, integer. Then we put semicolon like that. So it's the name of the variable and then the data type that's gonna hold. Right? An integer, right, in math is any positive or negative whole number. Right? So the user can enter the first integer. So we can refine this. We can say, please enter the first integer. So the user know that they can't enter nothing with a decimal point. They can't put a number with a decimal point.
How do I highlight on this?
Oh yeah, like?
Yeah.
Let me show you. Show you how to highlight. Right, where you want to highlight? You know what? To highlight, you hold the shift button. You press the button. Back. Alright, so guys, so we'll be saving whatever the user input in that num1 variable that we created. So what we need now, num2, right? Instead of having to write the whole thing again, we could copy and paste it over. And here it's gonna be, please enter the second integer. And down here it's gonna be num2 this time. So that means we need to create num2 as well, right? So num2 colon integer, right? There's even a more efficient way to create all these integers, but we do the basics, all right? I don't want to get pretty advanced on you guys. Right? We could just have all of them together and just write integer once, right? But I want you all to appreciate that every variable has its own data type, right? All right, so that's the 2 numbers that they enter in there, right? So after the user enter the 2 numbers, guess what we need to do now? We need to find the sum, the difference, the product, and the average. That's what we need to do now. Right? Yeah, because the user would have been told to enter the number. They enter the number here, right? They enter the second number here. So we already have the numbers saved now. So now we can do some arithmetic. We can do the math. We could add the numbers now. We could subtract the numbers. We could multiply the numbers. Yeah? We could divide the numbers. Yeah? And we could find the average. You follow it? So this is what we're going to be doing now. You all ready? We're going to tell the user. We're going to say, right? So remember to tell the user something. We have to use the right line construct. Right? So we set up the right line construct like this. This is the message we're telling the user now. Right? The sum of the numbers, right? Sum of the numbers is just like that. Yeah. So maybe we could use a right here instead of a right line because we need to put after this colon, they'll be seeing the sum of the numbers right beside it, right? Alright, so we're gonna do the math now. We need to create a variable. This is how we do math. We say sum is colon equal to, right, num1 plus num2. It's that straightforward. Num1 plus num2. So that's semicolon like that. So you can see sum now. Sum is taking the two inputs from the user. Yeah? So we're going to add the two inputs from the user. We're going to store it in sum. But sum is a variable that does not exist as yet.
She's crying.
What happened? Where are you from? What are you doing here?
I know.
Huh? You want to come and sit beside her? Come across and check in on you to see what you do. Oh, right. So right line. Remember how to open the bracket. You go to shift button, press the next one. I will let it be. Yeah. Then press the 0. Then press the colon. And then we want to come inside this little space there. We're going to touch this button twice. Yeah. So that's the right line there. We're going to be saying, please enter the first number. Yes, yeah? Yeah? And we're going to reline. We're going to accept that first number now. Call it number 1. Yeah? See it? Alright. So that's the first thing that we're doing. And then we're going to do number 2. Right? So we set that one more. Yeah? And then as we reach we have one line to type again. Right? Let's really do this. So we have number 1, number 2, and the vote. Alright, so everybody should have what I have on the screen there, right? See it? I'm going to create some of the here. Some.
Sure.
That's the first time I know how we do it.
Alright guys, so everybody should be right here, right? So the next step, right, is to write the sum for the user, right? Right here we're gonna say write line, okay? And then what we want to print? We want to print the sum that we just calculated. Print the sum just like that. So what the user is gonna see? He gonna see this is the sum of the numbers, and he's gonna see the sum right there for him. Bam. Alright? Then we can find the difference. Yeah? So we're gonna do a write, not a line, we're gonna do a write. We'll be telling the user, right? This is the difference, right, of the two numbers. As the difference. Right? Now we're gonna have to calculate the difference. We're gonna call it diff colon is equal to num1 minus num2. Look at it, we're doing a subtraction, you know. Yeah? At the bottom of that, we're gonna write line and tell the user the difference, right, is diff, D-I-F-F. Now guys, remember, diff does not exist yet in the variable space, right? So we're gonna have to go up, we're gonna have to insert the difference now, right? We call it diff for short, and it's also gonna be an integer. So everything is integers, right? You all see that? We're not working with any decimal points as yet. All right, so we get the sum, we get the difference, and we've been able to put that information up for the user. You all see again? Yeah? What we don't have is we don't have the product as yet, and we don't have the average as yet, right? So we can find the product now. So you can say, right, WRIT, yeah? And we're telling the user, hey, this is the product of the two numbers, right? Product is, right, just like that. And then now we have to do the math now, right? To calculate the product. So we're doing product colon equal num1, watching it? And then times num2. Look at the asterisk that I'm using. That asterisk is above the 8. The 8 button on the keyboard, you will see the little asterisk, right? Pay attention to the little asterisk, right? It's above the 8. So to get that asterisk, you have to hold the shift button and press the 8 and you'll see the asterisk. I'll come into this one. Right? So after we calculate the product, we could tell the user what the product is, right? So we do a write line and say the product is we have to spell it exactly as we have it here, right? So we write in product just like that. Now remember, product does not exist as yet in the variable space, right? So all these three lines group together. That one, this one, and the third one, because there's 3 lines for the product. And then 3 lines for the difference. So you want to delete these spaces because those lines are associated. And then this one as well, those are associated. So all the associated lines do not get a space. Right? So you can see these 3 lines is about telling the user that this is the sum, we calculate the sum, and then we print it on the screen. Tell the user this is different, we calculate the difference, print it on the screen. Right? Tell the user this is the product, we calculate the product, and print it on the screen. You all seeing that? Yeah? Alright, so we're almost there, right? In that we have now the difference, the sum, the product. We don't have the average yet. So to get the average now, we do a write again, right? And we tell the user, this is the average, yeah? The average is, make sure we have a space, right? We're going to calculate the average now. We're going to call it AVG. AVG colon equal, right? And remember, what would this be equal to? The average would be equal to what? It will be the sum divided by the number of numbers, right? So the sum divided by 2. Very good. So we have the sum already. So we go sum divided by 2. Now the funny thing about averages, when we're dividing, we most likely bound to get decimal points. You remember that? Because not all numbers are directly divisible by 2. So we're going to get a decimal point. So you see the average, I come and do everything. Just one. The average, guys, is going to have decimal points associated with it. So for the first time, when we're creating the average in the variable space, because we know the average might have a decimal point associated with it, we're going to have to use real as the data type. So we go AVG colon real as the data type and then put the semicolon like that. That's it, guys. You all see that? So we calculate the average. Now we had to print it for the user now. We had to come down here and say right line. Right? This is how we print it for the user now. AVG. Just like that. Yeah? Right? So everybody write that. Let me show which keep the water bottles close, okay? Yeah.
Is dude okay out there?
Alright. So right line so
We need to be optimistic, man.
That's someone who came and sang to the children. You know, that's what someone came.
That child, I see it in the corner there.
Yeah.
In red.
In red? On the side?
Yeah.
No, there's
Busy stitch, very people do it.
yeah, but not the same thing like that. Hold on. If you said that, you should be right, so right, the difference is, and then we have
I'm only one page.
sit down there, very good.
Yes.
Alright, so after we do the right line here, right, so we have the sum, the difference, the product, and the average, right? So we do a right line for the product.
Like that.
This one? Okay. Here. Wait.
Alright guys, so we basically finished writing the code, but one thing we forgot. Right? Remember there needs to be an empty read line so that the program waits for us to hit the enter button before it closes. Right? So that's the only thing that we remaining to do here now, right? It's to just write read line, and then Just like that, right? Nothing else to be done. All right. So if we control and copy everything, right? Because you guys can see that I didn't have the product on top. We have to insert product as well. And using product as integer too, okay? Because down here we have the product. Scroll all the way down. That's it. This is the end full stop. Right, remember, we need this empty read line. So the variable space should be num1, num2, the difference, the product, and the average. All right, we prompt, we ask the user to enter num1 and num2, we save it, right? We calculate the sum and we output the sum for the user, calculate the difference, output the difference, calculate the product, output the product, calculate the average, output the average, right? Control A, guys. Look, guys, Control A to highlight everything, Control C to copy everything. And come in there, Pascal, now, right? Select the corner of the screen and then Control V. Select the corner of the screen and then Control V. Once that is done, you want to hit the compile button. Guys, once that is done, hit the compile button. All right, so it says that there's 4 errors. All right, I'm going to check it out. This is sum found. Right. All right, so we do have some on top here, right? So make sure that we put sum, right? Colon, integer, right? So the sum was an integer as well. So guys, remember to put sum here, right? Sum, colon, integer. Right, so you're seeing how to use, right? This interaction that we're having at the bottom of the screen is called the interpreter. Whenever the compiler, guys, whenever the compiler detects an error, it's going to show us what the error is, right? And inside, when we type in the source code, we will see these little feedbacks, right? That's the interpreter at work, right? To kind of identify if we write in the code immaculately, right? So let's check it out, guys. If we scroll all the way down, right? Now we have what? Num1, num2, difference, sum, product, average, right? So we are missing none of the variables. Let's hit the compile button again. For you all, it would be a green tick, right? You all will have a green tick on your screen. And look at that now, guys. Look at what's happening. 0 errors. No errors. You're supposed to get 0 errors, and your program's supposed to be ready to work. Everybody finished? I'm coming around and I check it on you guys. So everybody have an error, we must sort that out. Sort it out for you, right? So product difference. Look at that. So the thing is, what I did for her here is immaculate. You go have no errors.
Yes. I got my program to work.
Look at that. Let's see if we have no errors. One time it worked. Wow.
Yo. Because you know why?
I was.
I got mine.
Huh?
I did mine. Ow.
Wait, when you type the thing, when you do what you type in, when you do what you type in, what's happening here? When you code, you did right in. Why?
Hey.
Let me see what you. You still need to actually. That's true. Nice one. Is it already open? That's why you're here. See, expected but right.
Sorry.
I still have one. Yeah, so I mean, man, you get you? What get in trouble? You know typing? No, wait. If you copy it already, go back and look at it. It's still there. It's still there. You need to write it back. Control A, Control C. With the correct things. With the correct things.
I got it! I got it! So, is this it? So, is this it?
Just now.
Excuse me, I'm trying to say.
Oh, man, hot dog!
I showed yesterday. Wait, but where is it? If you copy it, where is the
And the average, I don't even know what the hell is that.
Yeah, but you didn't copy it. You press Control A, then you have to press Control C. See, what's that step?
What was the key?
So what do you call the actual code? If we try to find the notepad, they was typing. That one? Okay.
Yeah, you're typing for that.
Say by the bell, boy. Bam. Say by the bell. Right, I wonder. Yes, you can. Alright, you didn't put the semicolon at the end of it.
This house room is
You have five. You input product and alright guys, so everybody should be here when the program is error free. Just scroll up to the end. Okay.
Ow!
Like that?
So this is it?
Yeah, she didn't execute it though.
No, she didn't put it already.
No, she didn't execute it.
No, she doesn't stay there.
So, look, I tried it. And it works.
It works?
Even though I don't even know what is.
Yeah, that's the average.
What?
1.25 by 10 to the 1.
The sum of the number.
This is scientific notation. So the two numbers you entered is what? 12 and 13? Right. So the average would be 12.5. Look at it. You can see 12.5. Watch it. You can move the decimal point one place to the right. So the decimal point will be 12.5. So that's what this means. This means you jump into the right one time. Jump to the decimal point. That's what the plus one means.
What would you do to talk?
Just after class. Yeah, but if you don't help me, we will not be able to finish early, and you all will go to the park late. Right? We can have to help, right? Gotta try and type too, right? So we can move a little faster.
So, advanced like tackle people like crazy.
It has free net.
You can walk.
Is it free?
Yes, to competition 3-1. You got slide tackle. Slide tackle.
Swing it. Alright, guys. So if we execute, right, this is what comes up on the screen. If we execute, we get this on the screen, right? Take a look at it. I'm blocking right. This is what we're gonna get. So please enter the first integer. So the first integer, right? We're gonna enter 10. Okay? The second integer, we also gonna enter 10. Right? 10 plus 10 will be what? So we expect the sum to be 20. 10 times 10 will be what? 100.
Hey.
10 times 10 will be 100. Right? So click execute button now. Click the execute button. And basically you're gonna get this on the screen. So we enter the first number as 10, the second number as 10. Hello? The sum is supposed to be 20. The difference is supposed to be 0.
Sir, how do you find numbers? Because when I put the average,
No, I will explain that. So 10 plus 10 is 20. 10 minus 10 is 0. I completed it. Hello. Right? 10 minus 10 is 0. So we expect the difference to be 0, right? Look at it, guys. What would be the product? 10 times 10 is what? 100. What would be the average? The average would be 10. So we know all the answers that we expect because we're choosing to put 10 and 10, right? Look at it, guys. Look. The sum of the numbers is 20. The difference is 0. The product is 100. And watch, the average is 1.00000. And it says to the exponential positive 1.
10.
This is telling you that you have to move the decimal point one place in this direction. One place in the positive direction. So if you move the decimal point here, that number becomes 10. That's what it is. So this is This is scientific notation. That's scientific notation.
Go ahead, please.
Is it
No.
some form?
No.
Execute.
You
Or
press
just-
execute. Execute.
Yeah, you did.
Execute.
It's something from you.
What is it you want?
Alright guys,
Let's press X.
was this fun? You all can imagine what you could, if you could write the code. And you could calculate anything. You didn't have to do the work.
I get off on the
You can write your own.
I get off on the I should press S.
Alright, so load it back up. Open back up the dev faster. Open it back.
I can't.
Yeah. Start button. And then type. Okay, go ahead. Okay, ready. So you can execute again. Execute now. Click the execute button. Execute. Right, so type 10 now. Type 10. 10, 1, 0. Click the enter button. Enter. Yeah, and type 10 again. 10, 1, 0. And type enter again. Press the enter button. Look at that. So you have the same thing I have on mine.
Oh no, really?
We have it open twice. So nice Alright, so guys, you all understand what's happening, right? Now, if we press enter again, the program is gonna close. So we can work with any number. Right? We have unlimited power that we can leverage. Okay? Alright, so I'm just gonna zoom into it. We could do any number. What if we do a number like that, right? And then the next number like that. Check it out. Look at that. That would be the sum. Right? That would be the difference.
Whoa.
This would be the product.
What are you kidding?
Because we have
Yeah.
That's a negative number.
yeah. Why? Yeah, it's negative because it's the first number minus the second one. So you can see what's going on. This number, we minus it from that.
Sure, what to do?
Based on how we implemented the algorithm. So let's go down here, right? Check it out, guys. The difference is what? Number 1 minus number 2. Yeah? Number 1 minus number 2. So number 1 is that number on top here.
That's cool.
Why is it saying the product is negative?
Because it is negative, it's taking away. It is negative.
No, the difference. So the difference will be positive and all, right? Now, the product here, let me take a look at it. I'm going to press the enter key. And we're going to try and execute that one more time. Let's execute. So remember, we're just using random numbers. It's coming up on this side of my screen, so I need to drag it on this side for you guys, right? So let's zoom back into it. So we had entered some really big numbers like that. So we want the second number to be larger than the first one. So we're just going to put one more extra digit. You see it? So this guarantees that the difference will be positive. Look at that. Now the difference is negative here now. Let's see why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So the bottom one is actually the same amount. But look at the product. The product is positive. The product's supposed to be positive at all times, right? Alright, guys?
Don't need to do that.
Because it's two positive numbers that we're multiplying, that should always give us a positive result. Okay? Now coming back. Alright, so you all can explore. Right? Let's try that. And then
Oh my God. It's
That-
a billion, my God.
Alright, take a look at it. That's what we say. The difference is going to be positive once this number is larger than this number. Right? So you don't worry about seeing a negative sign on the difference. No, I'm just showing you all how it looks, right? You all now have the luxury of expanding it please.
Look,
Right,
so
see
I
what
could
you
put,
can do.
I could put 110.
Alright, so guys, you all enjoy Pascal? You all think Pascal is easy?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, guess what? I have some sad news.
doing?
I'm gonna control A, control C, I'm gonna bring. Right, this is gonna be our second program. So file, save as, make sure you save it on the desktop as second program. You finish right there? That's okay. That's all, I'm gonna show it back to you. Alright, so this is our second program, right? That's it. And remember, we want to put .pas at the end, right? That's the extension you want to use. Everybody save it as second program PS. If you was typing in a notepad, right? If you was typing here, it's already saved. Okay? Alright, so that does it.
So what to do? What to do?
Yeah, baby, you finish. You wasn't typing, you was typing in the password. So everything is already saved, right? Now we're gonna do other programming languages. Alright, so Pascal is what you're being introduced to. Right? You all find Pascal exciting and easy to use? Huh? Well, I have a bomber for you all.
Yay!
You like bombers?
Yes.
Pascal is archaic. Who knows what that would mean?
Me.
Archaic.
Me.
Is it like a challenge?
Me.
No, it's old, it's outdated, we don't really use it anymore.
Okay.
Archaic, right. And for the most part, it's a forgotten IDE, integrated development environment. For the most part, because other programming languages, right, maybe have more power. So we kind of move away from Pascal. Right, so you all, right, you're gonna have to move on to more advanced, more recent, up-to-date programming languages, right?
Wait. Oh no.
Yeah. So I'm gonna close. Everybody gonna close their Pascal now, right? And you all wrote your first program and did some wonderful things, right? Now, check it out.
Our first
Right?
actually meant.
Our first algorithm. This is what you are gonna do on your own time. So the program is high world. Remember the program is high world, right? You're gonna have a number 1, number 2, number 3. How much numbers we had before? You need previous 2 numbers alone. This have 3 numbers now. You're gonna be calculating the sum and the average and the product. So it's the same structure as we did. You are gonna be doing this now on your own. So we're expanding it to do 3 numbers rather than 2 numbers. And you all have sum and average and product. You all don't have the difference again to do. You all don't have the difference. Right? So look, this is how the program works. So you'll see begin. Right? Basically, you ask the user to enter the 3 numbers, tell them between a certain amount. And once that is entered, you can calculate the sum, the average, right? The product, and you can write it to the user. Right? Now, this is just a glimpse of it. You're gonna have to code this for yourself, right? So an algorithm is possibly, when you all hear engineers and computer programmers and developers speak, this is a word that they almost always use. Algorithm. An algorithm is a step-by-step process. Remember when we write in the code, it's one step at a time? Right? So implicit in the way we write code is a step-by-step process. If you're given a problem, guys, if you're given a problem, right, there's a step-by-step process that can be employed to solve that problem. If I tell you how to make bread, you can't go and get these stuff in the grocery.
Whoa!
Right? You need the containers and whatever, the mixer and whatever, right? And you're gonna follow the cookbook instructions and the portions that you have to mix. Yeah? And then you might have to preheat the oven to a certain amount, right? You have to prepare the container that you're making in, right? They will give you instructions how to do that. and then you had a preview one, and you put it, right? Throw the butter, make sure it's right, well laid out in the pan, yeah, and you put it in the oven, and you make it faster around that time. So everything is procedural, right? You do this step first, you do that step after, right? Even civil engineers, the biggest buildings you can think about. You know how it gets so big? Because there is a step-by-step process. You do one thing first, you do a next thing after.
Is it like the
Yeah, and you start by these small steps. No, I'm not looking at games.
I like do things.
You start by these small steps, and when you're done, you have the whole hospital built. That's exactly what programming is. Yeah? When you write one line after a time, write it again and write it. You have something wonderful. Yeah? Something ginormous. Right? And you will forget all the steps you took to arrive at it. Right? So that's Pascal, guys. Right? So you all get a task. Look at the task, you all get it. Write a program to accept two integers and find the sum for the user. Only the sum alone. Right? So the algorithm, right, says we have step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. That's how we're going to write the code to solve this problem. The first one is to prompt the user to enter the numbers. The second step is to do what? Save the numbers that the user enter. The third step is to add the numbers. The fourth step is to print the sum. Yeah? And you all know what variables we're going to need to make that possible, right? Continuing. Right? So, there's something known as a pseudocode. Pseudo,
hey, take out that, don't eat land.
Pseudo means like food. It's not exact. Hey. So it turns out if you all given a problem, you all could just write pseudocode. Right? Write something that resembles code to quickly identify a means that you could solve the problem, right? So pseudocode is often used as well, right? And it brings us to C code. Everybody here, next class, gonna be writing your first program in C code.
What the?
Right? C code, it looks a little bit more technical, right, than Pascal. But it's easy because you're gonna do one step, and the next step. By the time you're done, you have something wonderful. Right? Alright, guys? So you all remember you're gonna be doing this when you come back, right? From the field trip. Guys, when you all come back from the field trip, right? You're gonna be doing this.
Oh no.
Right? You're gonna be doing this with the three numbers, right?
No.
Right? You're gonna challenge yourself, expand it to three numbers. Because we only used two numbers before. So you're gonna challenge yourself and expand it to three numbers, right? After you all program in C code, with the same thing that we did in Pascal, we're gonna do it in C code. So you can measure the difference. How to implement the solution in Pascal and how to implement the solution in C code, right? Then, what else? We're gonna do JavaScript. We're gonna do JavaScript, guys. You're gonna be able to leverage the power of JavaScript to draw anything you want to draw.
Let's draw right after. Let's
Right?
just
So guys, you want to think about the drawing a pencil and thing? Well, alright, you can write code and draw the same thing, even better, right? With a greater precision and accuracy.
How do you
Right?
have patience with people under 10?
She's just a little different. Yeah, because guys, she wanna play and stuff, right?
I want to play too.
More than other friends. So just how we're gonna play. Alright, writing your first code in C++. Anybody here have any family, uncle, fathers, brothers, sisters who's engineers?
No.
Very good. Very good. So they work with C++. And you're gonna see how easy it is. C++. This is C++. Right, so we did Pascal. We're gonna do C code after. Right, this is C++. You also saw JavaScript earlier, right? We're gonna do Python. You said you wrote in Python, right? And everything we do in one program, we do the same thing in our next program. So we can kind of look at the difference.
This is what we have.
You do C code first. So after Pascal is C code. After C code is JavaScript. After JavaScript is when we get to C++. After C++, we have Python. Yeah? And basically, that will take us to the end of the first and second week of the kids' computer programming.
No.
Any questions? Just so we begin. Right? You see everything in the computer?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Everything is off.
You want to finish on your thing? Alright, so guys, I don't think Maxi is here as yet.
Because I
Sir,
can't.
that's a ball.
Maxi is not here as yet. Okay?
So we can just chill and play games while we can wait.
Huh?
And play games while we
No, you'll have something to do now.
What's that?
Right? Writing your first algorithm.
We can do that now.
Yeah, expanding it to 3 numbers. So remember we have
Ow!
2 numbers. We did 2 numbers in class. You're gonna expand it to 3 numbers. So you're gonna add num3, ask the user to insert num3, save num3, then include num3 in calculating the sum, include num3 in calculating the product, include num3 in calculating the average. We're not doing our difference again.
IX of the ID.
Yeah, you just
No.
start and then
You can't, you really.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody, go ahead and start. Look, I kind of have it on the board for you all.
Oh.
Don't worry. Alright, baby girl, so I'm coming right by you and I'm gonna assist you. And you're gonna finish before everybody else, okay?
Oh yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. She's gonna finish before you guys.
No.
Alright, baby girl, sit. I'm coming by you.
No.
So go slow please. I beg.
Right.
I beg.
I'm gonna do something to you. You know that?
What? You one person was fine. You one minute faster.
Go ahead and start the chat. Right, I'm gonna check. You're back so big, right? You're alive.
No, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Right,
Don't touch me, lady. Don't touch me, crazy lady.
Come get the boy a break now.
Exactly. She's like a very persistent girlfriend that I don't
Alright,
have.
come. So we have num1, num2, we're gonna add num3. Look at what's going on, right? So we're adding num3. Okay? We don't want the difference anymore, so we can delete the difference. And we're deleting it out.
Already.
And we have product, we have average. So here we're gonna ask you to enter num3. Hold on. We're gonna ask you to enter num3. Right?
Why would you do
What
that
do you
at
think?
school?
What the?
What is new?
Right? Come on. Come, take a look at what's going on. We ask the user to enter the field number, right? So this is where it's saying to accept number 3, right? We're gonna include number 3 in the sum. So all we have to do is expand and say plus number 3. We include number 3 in the sum. We're not doing the difference anymore, so we remove it all the same. We don't need that difference anymore, right? Right, we didn't get an instruction. So the product, we had to include num3 product now. Right, you have right? And then we include num3 in the sum. And that's it. The whole thing is done now.
So it was just the sum, right?
Huh?
It was just the sum you wanted, right?
Yeah.
It was just the sum and the average.
So
Or
when
just
the
the sum?
maxi come
It
in?
was the sum and average component.
No!
So what was
10, 9,
the sum? The sum average
8,
and
7,
average because that's for the
6,
sum.
5. It's 5
Yeah,
o'clock.
you just had to include the come. Sit.
So I changed I changed a lot of things.
Sit.
Sir,
Come. Enter 10.
Oh wait a second.
Enter 10. 10.
I'm done.
1 0.
yeah, me too.
1 0. Click enter. Enter 10 again. 1 0. Click enter.
Bro.
Enter 10 again. 10 one more time. Enter. Done. So the sum is 30. 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30, right? The product is what? 1,000. 10 times 10 times 10 gives us 1,000. And look at that. The average is 10. Yeah, very good.
Sir,
Alright, so she's done.
did I do it?
So I did it.
I did it before.
The lion, I did it the same second.
Okay, fine. You finish it the same time. Are you happy?
We'll take it to the door. So I can really go to.
You finish it too, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what are we doing, remember?
I just have
Finish?
Somebody there.
And he didn't type it. Huh? Well, you gotta come up in front, right? Next class, you're gonna put your right here. Okay? You're gonna be out of this. Alright, so. Yes. I'm gonna get a flash. Do you have?
So we don't know.
Yeah, so everybody was finished. Right?
Well,
We all could go and get something to eat before we. Yeah.
So like, I don't know. You ain't nerd. You ain't nerd. Bye bye.
No.
No. Hey.
You like being big brother, eh?
Yes, I do.
Pretend you don't like being big brother.
When she gets annoyed, hey, now. No.
Destiny.
What happened?
That's me.
That's just
What happened? You was eating in charge. You're falling behind now.
He falling behind. He's falling behind, and I go. Why am I again? Yeah, let's have. Yes, exactly. That is how you have to bring
No, how
down.
you once talked about it was there already. Remember we saved it just now as second program.
I got to get it.
And it wasn't in the Pascal too, you didn't need to
Oh
start.
my god. It's how we read it for starters.
I am on.
You are so bad at Duolingo, it's not even funny.
I haven't gotten a single question.
What the hell is this?
No,
Mamoon!
that's not it.
This is this. Mamoon! What is this? Oh my god, it was not here! It was not here!
Just
It was
play
not
it.
here!
Just play it.
Unicorn 17, but he has this, the feathers, I dig it. This woman has total braids. This time, yeah, man, I want to be a imposter. Please give me a imposter. I want to kill a police.
100%.
I have 2 imposters and I'm not one of them. I'm going to do my test right now. Tab. What am I doing? This way. Oh my god. Engine.
This is the sequel to Among Us.
No, it's just, it is Among Us.
It's the sequel.
I'll wait for these. Did I get it? Oh, but no engine, yeah, sir. Do not kill me.
Alright, so guys. Alright, I'm gonna show you all what it's like to type in C code. Huh? Yeah, we finished. But while you all sit and we wait, Maxi's not even here.
I would just be doing stuff. But okay, if you want to.
Alright, so I'm loading a program called Code Blocks. Everybody here is gonna have to go and install Code Blocks on the computer. Alright, that's the first step. Remember we install the Pascal? We gotta install the Code Blocks. Code Blocks, yeah. And then we gotta write with source code and we gotta compile it in Code Blocks. Alright? Internet gone? Oh wow.
But you password up there, right?
I didn't realize. This is Code Blocks. This is what Code Blocks look like. This is what Code Blocks look like, guys. So this is what we're going to be using to type C code. Type and compile C code, right?
2005. So
So if you all have time, go ahead and see if you all can download Code Blocks. Right, I'm going to show you all the procedure to get it done. What's that? Yeah. Everything you're doing there is supposed to be safe. Everything you're doing there is supposed to be safe.
There's two downloads. There's the source code and the binary release. Which one do I get?
You need the executable.
The what?
The executable. The source code is what you had to compile. You don't want that. You want the executable. Huh? Just now. Save it on the desktop. Yeah. Save it on the desktop. You remember the process, right?
That's all I got.
To get the code blocks. Very simple process. Right, to get code blocks, right? So you go to Google and here you type code blocks. Okay, and you can actually see it come up code blocks as one word. And you're looking for this symbol. That's how you know you find the correct thing, right? So you can kind of go to the downloads one time. Download section. And it says download the binary release, download the source code, retrieve source from SVN. We don't want none of those options, right? Let's check the binaries and we'll see if we have for Windows. Let's see. All right, so this is what we want, guys. Like it says file.
The administrator password to open.
Oh yeah. So this comes like the most recent file. Check it out. It says code blocks and you can see .exe. That's what we want. Right? .exe.
Hey, you last time.
Hello. Thank you very much. Right? Alright, so I was on the board, right? So this is resetting up for next class, right? So you're going up here and look, it says Windows 10 option. So just select this one. Alright? And you can see they have some options that we could download. Right? We want the one on top, right? The one on top is the latest version. Right? We can download it from one of two sources, First Hub or sourceforge.net. Right? So let's go and use this option, the first option here. And let's see what happens. Right, we want 64-bit, including compiler. Don't forget, guys. We must have the option that says including the compiler. Okay? Alright, we're gonna save it on the desktop just as how when we downloaded the dev Pascal. We're gonna save this thing on the desktop. Save. Alright, so the option that we selected is the one that including the compiler, right? Don't forget. Alright, we select the option including compiler. So once I download now, right, you can then install it, and we can type C code and we can compile C code. Right? We're gonna do the same thing in C. Same thing in Pascal and in C. So you can compare and contrast, right, the different programming languages and which one we can identify which one we find is a little bit more versatile.
This is a 32-bit. So
You need to download 64. Yeah, so 64 bit.
No, but this is 64.
No, sir. Yeah. That one is 32 bit. But the only 64 bit. So we need 64 bit, right?
Oh, yeah.
Follow this. Follow me doing one. So, guys, I should have this thing in my download section. All right. I'm not sure why I'm doing that, but yeah. What we need is code blocks, 64-bit version, including the compiler. That's what we need. We don't want to leave the compiler out there. Right? So we want to click save. So you can see I have the two versions downloaded. I have the version without the compiler, and I have the version with the compiler. Right? This is the compiler. This min GW is the compiler. Right? When you get to university, you're going to be compiling from the command line. You don't have to rely on an IDE to do anything again. What's that? Yeah. This is the the thing. No, you have a semicolon after everything. So you're supposed to have a semicolon. So you have to after this one. You see? Yeah. Okay. But you forget the semicolon. And after every statement, you need a semicolon. Just finish the statement. Alright, so my downloading my code blocks is done. Right? Everybody? It should read the same thing that my screen is reading. Code blocks, version 20.03, Ming GW, which is the compiler, and it says setup.executable. Alright? Everybody done that? Once it's done,
Still done.
right? Hopefully the max is here.
Check, ja, dat zijn zeven maar maximum.
Maximum. Wait, have you got anything on yet? You can't search it with? What?
Internet.
Internet get your trouble? That's crazy. Alright, here, don't worry. What we doing now? Back to English. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. Let me 5G signal a little bit. So maybe I need to set up the 4G signal.
I use the 5G a little bit.
5G, you know what's happening? You have 5G too?
Yeah, here. Yeah, 5G on phone.
No.
Check to see what's happening.
Says signal strength excellent. I don't know.
Excellent. I don't know what's going on. You lose the connection. You closer to the window, something like that. Connection is not so rich. That's faster. You need normal number shoot as already. But why is this at the bottom? And why everything on top? What's going on? Right, so green line. That's what I do. Remember, after accept the numbers, we have to do next. Find sum. Find the product. Find the app. Okay, so it's on the screen, don't worry. I'll give it back to you. Old program that you have, the old one. Should be on the desktop. So. This program,
So it says on Google.
how is it supposed to be?
You can do it right now.
Something for you.
Yeah, this one. So you just right click on it and then go for it to move back. I just click on it, right? Wait. No option. Home team. This is where you're supposed to start from. Control A, Control C, right? Come back here. Control A, Control B. This is where you're supposed to start from. So now we don't want the difference again. We want the big difference. Like that. Why am I here for? See. So we have the axon on 3. So axon on 3. Right, like is it so now? So now.
So what was it say? What was it say?
Code blocks. Code blocks. Code blocks. One word. Code blocks. And you're gonna get the option to download it for Mac. Okay? Alright, so the reason why basically you can really get a dev Pascal option for an Apple computer because they didn't have a release for it on the website, right?
What?
So you talk about releases.
Yeah.
You have to release for a specific operating system. That's everybody working on Windows except them, right? So when you move on to more recent development environments, those are available, readily available for Macintosh, right? So go ahead and find the Macintosh version. Yeah, go to the download section. Download section. Read download section. Hmm? No, this one. That's it. Then you want to go to and if it says Mac X here. Macintosh. Mac from Moscow. Okay? Download 64-bit version with compiler.
Sir, the download is finished.
Everybody's supposed to finish. So and if it's just good Mac PC.
Yo, you good, man? You good, man? You good? Yeah, you. Yeah.
It's cold in here. What?
Alright, look, you don't move it. You don't move it. See? Okay. You don't want to two blocks?
Yeah. So, sir, can I get the administrative password?
Me? Administrator?
Last time you have to come.
Think so?
Tickets. Johan, check your message.
Oh. Okay. Sure, let's stop talking and speaking on me. So I think that it's talking.
What?
Why
I'm
does that
sure.
do
Oh, that comes to you right now.
Yeah, well, that comes out of so. Instead of Oxford,
I want talking.
yeah, you use something called check out on this side. This is what we do as well.
Microsoft.
This time,
It's about
I
the
have
Oxford, yeah, okay, so. It's just a lang, okay?
So what? What you have to talk
Finish?
again?
Code blocks. Code blocks. And it include number 3 for that. And put times number 3. Right? That means you're going to use number 1 and number 2. And then you'll include number 3 and you average. 3 numbers, not 2 numbers. Yeah? So resolve this. Resolve. You calculate those sum? You didn't do the sum. You delete the whole sum section because there's no sum in here.
I can't actually get
No
it.
calculating of the sum.
What?
You need that like this.
Escape the evil dentist.
What?
Right?
Escape the evil dentist of it.
This to be evil gender.
Escape.
Instead of
Escape the evil gender. All
Yeah.
okay.
It's like, oh, you see us in the second time.
Was it?
So,
So, if I have the food,
Number 3. So far that. I don't appreciate
Obviously, you didn't go down through here.
it's the
Hey, can you? First person.
yeah. I did this in fitness, yeah. What?
First person. Sex groups. And one first person.
Oh, it wasn't me.
Oh my god.
I got it.
Actually
That's what-
working.
Oh,
Even
oh,
that's all good luck. And I'm going
I
to 10.
have.
awesome.
Second on 10.
Yeah.
Wash.
We need an outside.
No, I really have to stop now.
I should play.
Good luck.
Ah, baby,
Some supposed to be 30.
you listen to that one.
The average for
How to do people stage?
seeing it become really
Stage.
just
Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him.
right look. See, it's supposed to be some
I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
really
That's
What if you?
Alright, so everybody should have downloaded code blocks. I didn't tell you how to install it yet.
I
Right? Alright, the maximum time? Wow.
It may have some, unforeseen traffic, so you get easily park. It's a park.
Alright, guys, you all are dismissed.
Oh.
Yes,
Maxi
so
must have
next
been
time
downstairs.
you have to line up.
Alright, so you all gotta go and line up.
That's why Mr. You have to line up now.
Okay.
No.